So an obvious one that I've seen a lot also in terms of what other startups and entrepreneurs we've met are doing is they're just pushing the boundary. They are, I think, responsible for pushing the boundaries really. And every large company may have an innovations department, and but they're so set in their ways and so structured, and they're overlooking so many things and details. And startup comes from nothing. So you can just focus on one small problem, right? You can say this screw, I am manufacturing the screw that makes this like double as efficient. So that's what we've seen, and not just us, any startup, they have the guts, they go out there and they just push the boundaries of what's already been there. So in terms of innovation for the country, startups are absolutely essential. And I think still the ecosystem is not nowhere near as where it should be or could be, and it's getting support, and it's getting better in terms of the investor spread that is there, but it's not yet deep enough.
I think Bombay was a choice simply because this was home. It just made it easier to start up in. Didn't ever consider Delhi or Bangalore or Chennai or Hyderabad, any of them. In terms of which is the best city, I think Bangalore probably is the best city to start up in. In today's startup, technology is definitely going to play a part in probably any startup, whether that's a web business or something offline as well. Technology plays its part, and resources and availability of resources in places like Bangalore or Hyderabad is much higher compared to a city like Bombay. So I think that just makes it a lot more conducive to starting out.
Then again, you need to just think about, for us, Bombay has been good because we're in the media business, and a lot of the advertisers and media agencies are luckily based out of Bombay. So I think if you were looking for a location, really think about what is the industry I'm tackling. Is it IT? Is it finance? If it's finance, obviously be Bombay no matter what. So etc. I think that's just what you have to think about.
One of the main ones which I think, thanks for the lead, but one of the main ones which I think about all day, all the time is traffic. Traffic is a major problem in places like Bombay, like Bangalore, like Delhi. Delhi's better than the others, but it's still bad compared to international standards. And I think every single one of us at some point of our lives has complained that infrastructure in India sucks. Okay? But I actually think that it can be significantly improved, not necessarily solved, but can be improved through technology. I don't know what the solution to it is because I'm not starting up and fixing that problem right now. But I think that's one area which is really, really ripe for disruption.
Yeah, and if there were like a few players around it that had like some kind of just doing different things, like working on sensors on cars, or one startup, another startup working on better traffic lights, I don't know, some ecosystem around that could really make a big difference. I think actually the fact that passion is such an important answer is actually a bit of a problem, because you see so many people coming up and saying, like he said, I'm starting this thing where I'm selling cups online, and it's like, okay, but so I think the most important question is, again, a bit obvious as passion is, but ask yourself, is there a need for this? Is there someone out there who says, if this is not there, and we're asking this ourselves also every day, and we're not sure yet, but no, is there someone who would say, if this is there, this is great, you're solving someone's problem. Like, is there someone who, like, if you buy the cups online, I'll be much happier because I never ever buy cups outside, I don't have the time. Maybe if I do it online, it'll be better. So I think that is the most important thing, and combine that, once you have answered that question, combine that with what is the longevity that you can stay in this business. So for us, as an example, we said, okay, media sounds fascinating, technology is fascinating for both of us, so we knew we can be interested in this for a long time. So that's also crucial, I think.
The thing I don't think we're qualified to answer this question, how do you validate a business model, not while we're in the startup stage. But the one thing which I would like to do better is speak to my customers in a very critical fashion much earlier. Like, actually get them to commit in some way or form to actually using this product rather than them just saying, oh, it's a good idea. Right? Everyone will tell you that. Every single person you speak to will say, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But when it comes down to signing a check, the answer is very different. So, something I'd like to focus on early.
Don't do it! No, I'm kidding. No.
Message, do it instead of doing an MBA for sure. It teaches you way more. I mean, I've not done an MBA, but I just assume it teaches you a lot more. It's regardless of where it turns out, I think it's awesome fun. And
the other important thing is that if you have a co-founder, be aware that it's worse than marriage. I see his face all the time. So be sure that you can last through everything. Like talk about money, talk about the fun stuff. That it just has to be someone where, well, if it's just a buddy, that's good. But can you do business with that person as well? That's really, really critical. Luckily, we went really well. Like 3.5 years, we're still like friends as well and working together. So it's been working out. But I can see and I know from others there's situations where it doesn't. So.